Postdoc transformation. Postdoc transformation. Postdoc transformation. Invest in your postdoc transformation. Welcome to the seasonal show for scientists leaping into business. In every sponsored episode, we are happy to recommend employers of choice for you. Make sure to check your readiness to leap out of science with us for free, as linked in the show notes. For your career transition, we offer customized career transition e-courses and memberships also at graduate schools all over the world. Maybe yours too. And if your university isn't yet our customer, enroll in your free email course for career transition made simple, as linked in the show notes. I'm your host, Professor Dr. Eleonore Soei-Winkels, with my team who is rooting for you. And let's build your postdoc transformation with this episode. Welcome, postdoc transformers. We are wrapping up season 3, full of inspiring guest interviews. We had so many experts, leaders, and HR representatives, entrepreneurs that helped you also inspiring your postdoc transformation with their own experience. And I want you to let us know in the comments which guest was most insightful for you. And this would make me and our guests really, really happy. And also let us know who else we should invite, because we are currently preparing season 4 for you. So this solo episode is based on Nobel Prize laureate Professor Dr. Claudia Goldin's book, Career and Family, Women's Century-Long Journey Toward Equity. And I add a biopsychological perspective to that. Chances are quite high that you are a PhD student, postdoc, or even professor in the age range 25 to 35. And that's usually the time to start a family, or maybe you are already a parent. And as you leap into business or industries after completing your PhD or postdoc, there are many external and internal factors to consider, and you can check back on episodes where we focused on the future of work and your readiness to leap out of science and your fears to tame before you leap, and red flags indicating your career in academia is at risk, and all that. And I will link to all these episodes in the show notes. And once you have determined your readiness to leap and want to transition into business or industries, then you can enroll in your free email course with 10 actionable, bingeable email lessons until you start your job in business. You'll get 10 emails like this. Number 1, how to leap out of science. Number 2, how to build your sustainable LinkedIn profile. Number 3, how to read social media and network. Number 4, how to research your favorite jobs and employers. Number 5, how to do informational interviews to get insights. Number 6, how to create your customized applications with ChatGPT. Number 7, how to prepare your thesis from a business point of view. Number 8, how to apply to your favorite employers. Number 9, how to choose the right job offer. Number 10, how to prepare for your new job. And once you have determined your readiness to leap and want to transition into business or industries, then you can enroll in your free email course with 10 actionable, bingeable email lessons until you start your job in business. You'll get 10 emails like this. Number 1, how to leap out of science. Number 2, how to build your sustainable LinkedIn profile. Number 3, how to read social media and network. Number 4, how to research your favorite jobs and employers. Number 5, how to do informational interviews to get insights. Number 6, how to create your customized applications with ChatGPT. Number 7, how to prepare your thesis from a business point of view. Number 8, how to apply to your favorite employers. Number 9, how to choose the right job offer. Number 10, how to prepare for your new job. Now, in this episode, I want you to reflect on yourself and also on your partner or your spouse, the future parent of your child or children. And as a disclaimer, maybe you don't want to have children. That's absolutely fine, and you can stop listening now right away. But if being a parent is part of your vision of life, I kindly suggest to use this episode as a flag test with your partner before you have a child together. Why? Because
a child depends on you and your partner as parents. If you are a solo parent, that's even more on you. Bear in mind that a child hasn't asked to be born. It's the parent's responsibility to care for the kid. And here are some factors to consider. Number 1, speaking of responsibility, it's shared responsibility as needed over time. As you transition into business and industries, which is a huge challenge, recognize the importance of shared responsibilities both at work and at home. Collaborate with your partner to balance greedy career demands, which require a lot of traveling, a lot of being on premise at the company, not at home, on weekends, on the evenings, etc. And balance that with family obligations like who picks up the kid, their hobbies, and whatever. And also tutoring their schoolwork if they need help. Ensuring that neither one of you is disproportionately burdened for a couple of years. Also, balance your own and your partner's personal time so that you remain a couple, a loving couple beyond working and parenting. Number 2, flexibility in career choices. Approach your career transition with flexibility. While you may have invested significant time and effort in your academic path, be open to exploring diverse career opportunities that align with your skills and interests in business. Flexibility in adjusting your career trajectory is crucial. There are remote, hybrid, full versus part-time, shared positions, etc. But be aware that if you are the one who is flexible, you always are expected to be the flexible one. So if one of the partners has a greedy job, then you should also bear that in mind to commit to change after a couple of years to having a greedy job as well if you want to pursue a career as well.
And did you know that we offer deep dive e-course workshops and memberships at graduate schools, maybe also at yours in the future? Ask your graduate school coordinator whether they want to book my services so that I can deliver them to you 24/7, 365 on your mobile device. And even better, if you get us paid by your grad school, we will pay you 50% recurring sales commissions. So you will earn money with us as we help you and your PhD besties to transition into business. We can build a postdoc transformation together. Woohoo!
Number 3, communication and planning. Open and transparent communication is key. Discuss your career aspirations and family planning with your partner. Jointly plan how to navigate the transition into business and industries while managing family needs, which will help you make informed decisions. For greedy jobs, more money, more traveling, more responsibilities, they seldomly go away one day. That's always a little bit more. So if one partner gets more and more and more, it's hard to turn around to achieve couple equity if it never had been committed to. Number 4, plan for the long term. It's a marathon, really. Consider why, when, and how to start a family, how career transitions align with family goals, and make strategic decisions accordingly. There is never the perfect time to become pregnant. And have you checked your fertility? Why? Because becoming pregnant is also sometimes beyond your control. Fertility treatments are stressful, time-consuming, and cost a lot of money. And I always recommend social egg freezing to my bachelor and master women students in their 20s, when their eggs are young enough to be conserved for many years. If you are a woman at that age range, look up this term, social egg freezing. I am not a gynecologist, but I am a professor who also teaches biopsychology, and I can tell you it really would be worth looking up if you are young enough. So when you do social freezing, you can afford to postpone becoming pregnant. Otherwise, you postpone until you are settled in your new career in business or until you find the perfect spouse, blah, 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 only to find out that your eggs aren't good anymore.
From episode 1 and counting, I have proudly hosted all our Postdoc Transformation Show episodes on Podbean. As a former IT strategy consultant, I have high requirements on my tech stack, and Podbean is my perfect fit for a podcast host. If you want to create your own individual podcast or one for, internal upskilling and communications within a company, DM or email me Podbean so I can share my experience and consult you. You can also use my affiliate links for perks launching your own podcast with Podbean. I built my postdoc transformation as a digital business, and I chose ActiveCampaign to be the centerpiece of all my services like email course, podcast newsletter, show notes, website, sales page, merch shop, forms, whatever it is, as needed. As a former IT strategy consultant, I have high requirements on my tech stack, and ActiveCampaign is a must-have recommendation. I use it daily. If you want to create your own digital business with various lead magnets and funnel options, DM or email me ActiveCampaign so I can share my experience and consult you. You can also use my affiliate links for perks launching your own digital business.
Now, on to a less turmoiling factor, number 5, support networks. Build a strong support network. Rely on mentors, professional networks, and, when necessary, extended family support to manage your career and family responsibilities effectively. For those of you who are international PhD students or postdocs, I know that you've been probably leaving your home country to pursue a better future. If you want to raise a family in parallel to your greedy job in academia, then you also have to consider that maybe your parents aren't there for you locally. So these are things that you have to consider if you are an international early career scientist.
Have you found this episode so far helpful for yourself? Well, maybe you can subscribe on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or wherever you get our show. And also share this episode with your PhD bestie because that would encourage us to help the underprivileged, underrepresented, and underserved early career scientists leaping into business. This would also ensure that you don't miss a future episode. Also, our subscription and listening numbers are key for finding the right sponsors for our show so that we can help you for free. And now, back to the show.
Also, from my own experience, I can only recommend to you to surround yourself with same-minded people only. Do not expect empathy from humans living in a traditional couple model. You don't have time to cope with their, at best, well-intended but not helpful advice from their traditional perspectives. And by the way, often business networking happens on the evening, so take turns to become and remain visible at the workplace. If you want a solo episode on happiness with kids in career, DM me to get this in season 4. And again, our inspiring guests in season 3 and upcoming season 4 are also parents and successful in their careers in business or academia, and some are even thriving entrepreneurs. So listen to all of them and let them inspire a piece of your postdoc transformation.
And now, it's time to thank Company ABC, who sponsors this episode of the Postdoc Transformation Show. I would now be reading the company's answers to one of 6 bold questions so that you can choose to apply. For example, number 1, describe your most valuable experts versus leaders in your company. Have they typically earned a doctor title? Number 2, for which of your company roles or units do you encourage somebody with a doctor title to apply? Number 3, how would you describe your organizational culture in which your most valuable experts and leaders thrive in? To nominate an employer of choice so that we can ask our informative bold questions, let us know via the click on the link. If you are a company representative, like in recruiting and employer branding, and now you want your company to be highlighted as an employer of choice for our audience, you can become a sponsor of a dedicated postdoc transformation show episode. Just click on the link in the show notes. And now, back to the postdoc transformation episode.
So, we are at the end of season 3, and I would love to have you, my dear listeners, my postdoc transformers, to contribute to season 4 as well. So, I have a postdoc transformation show newsletter where I inform about upcoming episodes, or I lay out the planning for the next seasons, so that you are able to forecast who you want to ask as well as role models, or maybe you want to ask a couple of questions to a certain guest that is upcoming.
Hey, do you want to boost your postdoc transformation and gain practical business experience? Stick to the end of this episode. We will offer you a podcasting business internship.
Hey postdoc transformer, are you curious to ask professors, principal investigators, visiting scientists, postdocs, PhD students, and candidates some in-depth life and career guiding questions? But it feels cringe, so you end up not asking? Buy our postdoc transformation card game to have more fun and valuable insights in your journal club, lab, and mentoring meetings, lab rotations, during conferences, panels, and breaks at the Mensa. You'll get 10 intriguing mentoring questions per career level. So 10 for PhD students, 10 for postdocs, 10 for professors, 10 for parental scientists, underprivileged and underrepresented and underserved scientists. Check them out with our discount coupon on the Postdoc Transformation shop, linked on postdoctransformation.com.
Remember, you are a postdoc transformer. You are highly intelligent, well-educated, a bachelor, master, and maybe you have already your doctorate under your belt, or you are a postdoc. You are internationally experienced, fluent in English, a leader and expert in your prior research field. You're resilient, brilliant in adaptation and problem solving. You are eager to bring in the transferable and monetizable skills needed in many companies to embrace the future and to become or remain an innovator in their markets. Do you want a transcript of our episode? And our episode sponsors answers to all 6 bold questions so that you can choose to apply? Do you want to nominate your potential employer of choice so that we can ask them our bold questions? For all of that, click on our links in our show notes and on our website www.postdoctransformation.com. Remember to check your readiness to leap out of science and to enroll in our free email course, Career Transition Made Simple. Thanks for your attention. I'm Professor Dr. Eleonore Soei-Winkels, the host of your seasonal postdoc transformation show.
Have you ever wondered how to make your grad school stand out in the crowded landscape of academia? Do you aim to attract the best master students from all over the world to learn from and work with your professors so that your research remains globally recognized and well-funded? Do you wish to repel bad applications which aren't tailored towards your grad school's research profile? Now, let's talk about a powerful branding tool, podcasts. They're a game changer for higher education institutions. As a professor, active on TikTok, Instagram, LinkedIn, and a podcast host and producer of this postdoc transformation show, I'm here to encourage all the graduate school representatives to think beyond the conventional marketing mechanism. Instead of being one of many vendors at a time-limited grad school fair, why not create a podcast that showcases your grad school as the ultimate destination for the world's best master's students? Share inspiring and encouraging stories of your top PhD students, high-profile alumni, your faculty, and the incredible opportunities your grad school offers. A podcast can be a window into your school's vibrant community, its cutting-edge research, and unique experiences. And in times of AI-generated marketing material, a podcast with your academic leaders in real life is a very human and innovative way to attract prospective PhD students. You can inform them every day, everywhere, not just during the typical grad school application seasons. This would prepare your best candidates for the application. Even better, you can support and make your current PhD students and postdocs visible for their next career steps in academia or business. Remember, successful graduates elevate your grad school's reputation. So, if you are a university chancellor, grad school dean, speaker, consider this. By launching a podcast for your grad school, you can elevate your grad school's brand and tell aspiring scientists and employers what makes your grad school the best choice, with scalable, evergreen content. If you're interested, forward this to your marketing representative and get our list of 30 sample episode titles customizable for your grad school podcast, and just enter an email address on my website www.postdoctransformation.com as linked in the show notes. As a seasoned professor and podcaster, I'm also happy to strategize about how you can launch your grad school podcast on Podbean, the podcast hosting platform we use for the Postdoc Transformation Show, supporting scientists leaping into business.
Do you want to learn how to run a podcast as a business? You can do a voluntary internship with us. You identify and interview 5 thought leaders on the future of work in the industries of your choice with a ready-to-ask question set. In return, we teach you how to produce your own episodes and social media deliverables in our Postdoc Transformation Show using our paid podcasting apps. You just invest your preparation, recording, and production time. Depending on your interviewee selection, you will make meaningful connections into your industries of choice. We will give you valuable podcasting business experience with Professor Dr. Eleonore Soei-Winkels and her team as we openly serve our postdoc transformers stronger together. Of course, you will be the co-host of your episodes, which will evidence your competence to leap into your industry of choice.
So if you want to be part of our internal circle of the Postdoc Transformation Show,
click on the link in the show notes to sign up for our Postdoc Transformation Show newsletter and or also for our Postdoc Transformation podcasting business internship. Subscribe on your favorite podcast players so that you don't miss our new season starting 4th of April 2024, and also follow us on social media like Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, whatever you like. Dear Postdoc Transformers, thank you so much for listening and being part of my own postdoc transformation. This time it's a podcasting journey.
Postdoc Transformation.